Hey guys, got a review for you today. It's called the smartRVcontrols. It's by RVIQ Products. It allows you to either replace a switch you have in your camper, such as awnings, slide outs, and jacks, or you can use it alongside so you don't have to actually replace the switch, which is actually what I'm going to do on my KZ Sportsman fifth wheel. I'm going to keep my existing switch on the outside, but on the inside I'm going to mount this smartRVcontrols right next to the motor and control the front jacks. So let's jump inside and take a look. So here's how I'm going to wire it. Here's the original switch right here. I'm going to take the two wires that were for the motor and then put them in the output of this switch, and then run two new wires for the input back to this original switch. I'll keep the positive and negative on this switch, and then I will just run two new positive and negative all the way back to the connections here that go right to the battery. Alright, I got it all wired up. Got my positive and negative going all the way back to these wire nuts, and then the existing outputs come straight from the motor back into here on output 1 and 2. It doesn't really matter which you choose to put in there. You can switch an app or also switch the wires, and then I ran two new inputs back over to the original switch here. So I'm going to get it all kind of cleaned up, and then we'll test it out. So there it is, all wired up, cleaned up, original switch. I got this little box, a shallow kind of box at a local big box store, just to help with the mounting. Worked pretty well. It didn't cover up the hole, but at least gave me something to screw into. Got all the wires all cleaned up and works nice. Next, you'll want to download the smartRVcontrols app from your Android or Apple store. Go ahead and search for the new device, clicking on the plus sign in the upper right corner. It'll find it right away, so go ahead and click on that. If there's a firmware update, go ahead and do that because you can't continue without. That can take 30 to 60 seconds, so it doesn't take very long. And then once that's done, go ahead and click on the SRVC to configure it. So after you find the device, go ahead and click on that and then click on configure. So for me, since I'm using the switch in between the original switch and the motor, we just choose DC motor. Okay. First I'll give it a name. I'll call it front jacks. And since I'm going to be using the inputs from the original switch, and then the output wires that go into the motor, it'll be rear control. If by chance you got the wires on the inputs and outputs mixed, you can invert them with that toggle switch there. And I chose the sensitivity of 1 so it doesn't lock me out too often. You can choose to automatically unlock, change your pin, and then it looks like you can get 4 max devices paired with this SRVC, and then of course any specific control settings down here. So then go ahead and save, and then unlock device. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the default. Alright, let's try it from outside and just checking the range. Just curious to see what that'll do as far as how far we'll go. Extension works. Retract. Let's check distance. Yep, still retracting. Still going. Yep, still going. This range is amazing. I think we're finally out of range. Clearly enough range though to use this thing. Awesome. Well, there you go. Smart RV controls, RV intelligence. Power your lights, jacks, awnings, slides, relays if you have a valve. Go check them out, RVIQproducts.com.